about this show. I don't want to talk about it. So, oh honey, Mitchie and Danny, like, they're honestly so great. Mitchie is in the band, Lovely the Band, and then Danielle, I don't know what she goes by right now, but I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. She is like a singer that goes by Lux Tides now, and they're both doing like really, really good stuff, and they're putting out really good music, and you should check them out if you haven't. But this was like their duo band between the two of them. That's what a duo means. But they did great. Like, this show was so much fun. They had a little bit of everything. They were in like the bar at the rave, and like that's a pretty small space. It's not super small. It's definitely not the smallest like venue I've been in, or the smallest space in a venue I've been in, but it's still pretty small. And they still like did like an acapella part. They still like they did some really incredible like parts, and I really appreciated that. But like, as great as they made the show, I still did not have a great night. So, you know, watch the show and then we can go to the bad parts, I guess. I don't know if I want to talk about it, but why not? It's been 5 years, right? Maybe they've changed. I don't mean Oh Honey. Like, I don't mean Mitchie or Danielle or anybody. They were great. They're still great. We love.
Is our guides, leave us the leader of an army of one. One man's water is another man's. Somebody's daughter winds up somebody's father. Even 3 words can hurt you sometimes. Maybe cracks in the floor of heaven, like stars in the sky. Sits on his castle.
No, I don't want your number. No,
I know you guys know
I don't
it.
want to hear you mind. No, I don't want to meet you nowhere. No, I don't want to hear your time. I don't want no scrub. Your scrub has got a key and all that from me.
Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get all up from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
Don't be shy now. Come on, you can.
Okay, that was the show. And then the ending show started. Or the ending show? Then, the end. People were like lining up for, like, to get merch from all of the bands that were there. There were 3. There were 2 openers, and then Oh Honey. We love that. Okay, I'm honestly nervous, but the 2 openers, I don't know. Maybe it was me. I was very distracted that night. That night was like, there was a really big like basketball championship game that I was getting updates from with my friend, but I was also getting like Dancing with the Stars updates from another friend. And it was all happening, and I was front row at this show. So, like, did I look distracted? Probably. Should that have been a reason for people to be rude to me? I don't know. You can decide. Should I have been on my phone when they were on stage? I wasn't. I was on the phone between stages. So, that was the thing. So, maybe it is my fault that they treated me so badly, but also, it's not. So, you know. I'm not gonna say who it was. You could, like, easily Google it, or if, like, you were there. But there were, like, a lot of things that happened. I was kind of waiting for, like, the basketball game to be over before I, like, went in line. And there were, like, everyone went into one of the lines for merch. So, or to, like, get a picture with somebody or something. So, I kind of waited until the end. So, I was one of the last people in the venue. And then, like, I got that answer. And then I got into the line for the openers. And I got up to the table, you know, the merch. And not a single person behind the table for both opening acts. They were both behind the table. Not a single one turned around the entire time. I stood there with, like, my money in hand, because, like, I know I look really young, and I was 21. Yeah, I was 21 at the time. So, like, I know that I looked really young, and I still look really young, and I was like, okay, maybe if, like, I have money in my hand, people would take me seriously, which is kind of a messed up way to do this, but, like, that was my thought process at the time. So, like, I literally had my money, like, in my hand like this, like, holding it up right next to my face, but none of them would turn around. None of them. I was, like, moving things on the table, and I was, like, touching the CDs and being like, oh, just waiting for, like, somebody to, like, turn around. There was still, like, a line of girls behind me. Nobody's turned around. So I finally was like, okay. And then the next girl, like, I moved to the side, and then the next girl came up, and everybody behind that table moved and turned around and started talking to her immediately. And then the other girls in line looked at me and were like, what did you do to them? And I was like, what just happened? Like, literally what just happened? Because I could not figure it out. I can't breathe. So, that happened. I was like, okay, fine. I was a little petty, so I went and bought a whole bunch of merch from Oh Honey. And then I got a picture with them, and then I, like, went to the bathroom. So I was literally the last person out of this venue at this point, because I waited. So I was walking back to my car, and I walked past this van, and then this van is yelling at me. I can't remember exactly what they said, but I remember they were straight up yelling at me and, like, laughing at me. They were definitely laughing, and they definitely had their, like, heads out of the window. And I was literally the only one around. I had the only car in that parking lot besides theirs. There was no other reason that they would be so loud with their, like, heads out the window. And, like, I kind of, like, looked over without, like, looking over a little bit. And, yeah, it was all the openers in that van. So, I kind of, like, kept that story to myself for a little bit. And then a couple weeks later, my friend, I don't know, just, like, a PSA to anybody who's, like, trying to make fans, don't ignore anybody. Like, no matter what, like, even if you don't think that person could be useful to you in any way at all, like, any way at all, just, like, don't ignore anybody, or at least, like, pretend to be nice to people. It's, like, really kind of easy. We loved that, learned a lot, so thanks to them for that. Learned a ton that night. We love that. Okay. My name is Kristen, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon, and that's a promise. Bye!